Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik ala sayyidina Muhammadin sayyidil awwalin wal akhirin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa atba'ihi ila yawmiddin thumma amma ba'd. Respected Muhammad Ali Faizi Ustad, respected teachers of this great institution, and above all, my beloved, my dear students. As we heard in the welcome speech, we gathered here to hear, to commemorate the great saint Khaja Mu'inuddin Chishti Al-Ajmiri Qaddasallahu Sirrahul Aziz. In this occasion, I would like to start my talk with you tonight with a small story. It is not a story, but it is an experience experienced by great Mughal Emperor Akbar. All of you know about the great Akbar. He was one of the Mughal rulers who ruled our country. It was not full of India, but the Mughal kingdom. He was the third ruler of the Mughal kingdom. The first one was Babar. He was followed by his son Humayun. So he was the second ruler of Mughal dynasty. The third one was Humayun's son, Akbar. He was a great ruler. He was man of majesty. He was man of justice. That's why we and our culture and our history calls him as Akbar the Great. He has done and implemented several things for the betterment of his people, for the betterment of the citizens. Our talking is not about the whole history of Akbar, but I am coming to a special experience occurred in his life. It was nothing but his children were not living long. Though he was a great ruler, though he was kind enough, and though there were many prosperities in his kingdom, he had a sadness. What was it? It was his wife. She was named Maryam Az-Zaman. Maryam Zaman usually bore the child, and usually she used to give birth for the child. But before some months, the child will die. It happens once in his life. Then next year, it happened second time also. Two children were died. If he is not getting a child, a baby child, the Mughal empire will remain without a ruler. That's why he was very sad. At that time, there were in the Fatehpur Sikri of Uttar Pradesh, there was the capital of Akbar. There was a holy saint, a Sufi saint. His name was Hazrat Khaja Salim Chishti, Rahmatullahi alayhi. He was very close to Akbar. So Akbar one day went to him and he put his sadness in front of him. At that time, hearing everything, he answered, O Akbar, O Sultan, what is the problem? You know, there is a problem. It is a big problem. What is the problem? You know, it is you believe that you are the Sultan of India. Your belief is nothing but you are the real Sultan of India. But it is foul. But it is false. You know, the real Sultan of these lands is none but Hazrat Khaja Mu'inuddin al-Chishti, who is buried at Ajmer Dargah Sharif. So, you dismantle the pride. You take away every pride as a sultan, as a ruler, as a king over the Indian land. And you believe, or you make believe your heart that the real sultan is not me, but it is Sultan Khaja Mu'inuddin al-Chishti al-Ajmiri. Qadsallahu sirruhu al-aziz. Then you go to Ajmer. Then you pay tribute to him. Then, standing in front of him in the holy shrine, you pray Allah Almighty to get a baby child, a boy child alive. Akbar agreed. Akbar went to Ajmer. You know, Akbar the Great, one of the great rulers of India, one of the great rulers of Mughal dynasty. He started from Fatehpur Sikri to Ajmer. Fatehpur Sikri is in the state of Uttar Pradesh, India. At the same time, Khaja Mu'inuddin Chishti Ajmeri, his holy shrine and Dargah Sharif is at Rajasthan. How he went, you know, he had chariots, he had horse, he had everything as to travel, as to cross from UP to Rajasthan. But how he went, you know, barefooted. Barefooted means without chappal, without shoe. He walked from UP, from his capital city to Ajmer Sharif. And he stood in front of the Dargah Sharif with all meaning of the politeness, kindness, humility. Then he prayed Allah Almighty, O Allah, I am asking you for a child to be heir of my dynasty. So I am here to pray, standing near of one of the great Sufis, Khaja Mu'inuddin al-Chishti al-Ajmeri. And he prayed, he returned, but what was the exclamation? Very next year, Maryam Zaman, she bore a child and she gave birth for a child, a baby child, a boy child. And this child lived long, grown up, lived long. This child was named after with Selim, Prince Selim. You know who was the Prince Selim? Who was the Prince Selim? He was Jahangir. Selim was the basic or original name of Jahangir. Jahangir grown up and he ruled the Mughal dynasty as the fourth ruler of Mughal Empire. You look. Thereafter, the great Akbar visited again and again Dargah Sharif of Ajmer. His biography says that he visited more than 70 times to the Ajmer. And in the holy shrine, we can see a big old masjid there. That mosque is known as Akbari Mosque, which is built by Akbar. And we are familiar in the Dargah Sharif complex, there is big langar, a big pot to make porridge to serve for the disciples of Khaja Mu'inuddin Al-Chishti Al-Ajmiri who are visiting the holy shrine twice in a day, morning and evening, to feed hundreds of visitors. The langar, the pot, is made and presented by this great Akbar. It is Khaja Mu'inuddin Al-Chishti Al-Ajmiri Qaddasallahu Sirrahu Al-Aziz, one of the rulers of India. His view was such a view towards the Khaja Mu'inuddin Al-Chishti Al-Ajmiri Qaddasallahu Sirrahu Al-Aziz. So every king, every prime minister who ruled over India used to visit our prime minister last term. In his first tenure, he visited Ajmer and he presented the chadar. All rulers except one. Who was that? Who was the prime minister of India who didn't pay a visit to Ajmer? Who was he? Who know that? Who know that? Nobody know. It was Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. He was a great man. He was a good man, but he had no belief. That's why he didn't pay a visit to Ajmer Sharif. So my point to deliver, to convey tonight, this evening is Hazrat Khaja Mu'inuddin Al-Chishti Al-Ajmiri. He is one who got most attention among the Sufis of India throughout the centuries. The all others, for example, Sultan Khaja Bakhtiyar Kaki Rahmatullahi Alayhi was his disciple. Nizamuddin Awliya of Delhi, he was his disciple. Baba Farid Ganj Shagar, he was his disciple. All saints and Sufis who lived in India after the arrival of Khaja Mu'inuddin Al-Chishti, they were all related with this Sufi sage. So we can say, in nutshell, we can say the base of spirituality in India is belonged to Khaja Mu'inuddin Al-Chishti Al-Ajmiri. As you are students, you want to study about this great personality. It is must. Then only you can realize What is the spirituality in Islam? How a good man receives the spirituality, how we could live according to the spirituality. So that is your duty, your commitment to have in your studying procedures. I wish you all will utilize our library to get enough informations about the great Khaja Mu'inuddin Al-Chishti Al-Ajmeri. And there are some of the speakers from you. Tonight, they will speak also with you regarding the life of Khaja Mu'inuddin Al-Chishti Al-Ajmeri. Qadsallahu sirrahu al-aziz. May Allah accept all, and may Allah help us to be in the chain of right spirituality. Amen. I here inaugurate this great function saying Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.